Well, she's a tight fit, but managed to get the cab tipped up. And now you can see, like, inside the rocker is nice and clean. That looks really good. Tiniest bit of surface rust there. I don't think it's anything we're gonna have to worry about. And here's our bad spot on the cab. It's so it's got some metal left down here, but not a whole lot actually. See, just like that, gone. So we have to make something to go from up here where the good metal is all the way around, down along, follow the original one, and terminate at the rocker panel. Not horrible. I have made these before. Here's the other bad part. That's what used to be the driver's side cab mount. Bluetooth cab mounts don't work, but the rest of this cab looks really good. So there's many ways. One, you knock an X into it. Two, you can grind the edge out, grind the whole thing down flat. I use a combination of cutting disc and the flap disc. This one I've left alone because I want to see which one goes faster. So I've X'd it out. Next up, we use an air hammer. Alright, that was by far the fastest. We've got cab mount loosely bolted on with grade 8 hardware. Another cab mount's ready to put on. And we got the hardware to put it on. This rocker panel is completely welded on all the way around. Now this is, as you recall, a slip-on rocker panel. So I did not remove all of the metal underneath, but I removed all of the rusted metal. When we're done painting the truck, we're going to spend a little time, go in the back side of the rocker panels, and we're going to spray in some anti-rust corrosion protection. I'm not sure what we're using yet, but you'll know when we do it. And so with this side done, we still have this rusted area down here, but I'm more interested in doing the other rocker panel. Here is what we cut out of the other rocker panel. The rusted perforated steel that I sanded through. And now back here it gets good, but we have the full rocker panel cover. So again, these are slip-on rocker panels, and after a little bit of tweaking and bending, they actually fit really nicely. Obviously I have to clamp it in place. When that's all said and done, it's going to look as good as the driver's side. See, I've been putting holes in so I can spot weld this guy together, and the holes go really easy when you have one of these. You just lay it in place, just like that. Do not be afraid to reshape your rocker panel. These things are stamped out from really poor copies of poor copies. So I've had to flare out the edge here so it'll fit tighter at the top. And same thing down here. I was bending this hunk of steel that was It was formed in for the dog leg area, but as a slip-on rocker panel, it's not like you're going to just fit it right in perfectly. So definitely some tweaking. I had to cut off about a ½ inch on the edge here because it ran into the corner of the door jamb. But now it actually is starting to fit pretty nicely. And there we have it. We are ready to weld. Basically, this is almost perfectly touching. It is perfectly touching and tight in the corner up here. What I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to do these spot welds and a couple here, and then I'm going to massage this. This is supposed to be like a nice 90-degree corner almost, but it's a radiused edge. Again, this is due to being pumped out by the millions. So I'm gonna have to clean this edge up and bring it in tighter as I go. Is it ideal? No. But when your rocker panels are different side to side, one thing I have noted is nobody can see both sides of the vehicle at the same time, no matter how quick they try to look. And we're just making a good truck. We're not making a show number SEMA truck. This is good, man. That rocker panel is in place. It has now become part of the truck. It is welded on the inside, welded on the outside. All that's going to happen, if you come over here, you might be able to see it. There's spots where there's daylight, like I was saying, where this just was bent a little bit differently than the other side. The other side went down nice and flush. This side would not. But all I'm going to do is, when I dress the welds, just going to nip the upper edge of this off with the flap disc, just to bring it down a little bit, so then we don't have any issues putting our weather strip in place. That's where we're going to leave this video, guys. The driver's side rocker panels welded in, the passenger side rocker panels welded in. I still have to do the rusted section on the bottom of the floor. I'm probably just going to do it off camera. I'm like 3 weeks, 4 weeks behind on this job due to weather and all kinds of fun things, but we're finally making progress again. I really appreciate you guys hanging out and keeping up on these this video series. We are going to make this truck into a pretty nice unit, and we are almost ready to start reassembly of the cab and start putting on front clip and doors and all that jazz. We are getting really close. Anyway, from Dave and Nat at Dave's Glory Shop Works, really appreciate you guys, and we'll see you on the next one.